Hello everyone, this is April, the artist behind InvokeArtSense. Today I bring you a new subscription box. New for me, not new to the art world, but new. This is April and I will have one for May. And I think that's it. I don't really know if I'll like it yet. Maybe I'll get more after May, but we'll see. This is the most expensive box on the market. And I don't know if it's the best, but we'll see what I think later. I know already what's inside. This is going to be a calligraphy box with a bunch of ink. So let's just see. So this box is pretty big, biggest I've ever gotten. And it says Empower Creativity on the side here. Visit smartartbox.com to leave us a review and earn Peacock reward points. So one thing I do enjoy about this company is that you can get reward points for everything you spend, and I already have accumulated $20 worth of coupons to use for any other box or any box, previous box I want. And they always include a brochure like this. They include the prices, and that's what everyone does, prices and description of the items. And then the project pointers and the weekly challenges. So this month's prompt is Dream, Chirping, Caterpillar, and Shine. So I guess it would be, Shine would be the last week, which is, this is April 28th. So that would be Shine. But I could just do the prompt. I can do anything from these 4 words or all of them. This is cool, but it's just not necessary to include because I won't be, practicing, in this method. So maybe less of that and more, maybe a featured artist. There's no featured artist here. I know every subscription box doesn't have a featured artist. Like Palettefull Palettes, they don't have a featured artist, and I'll get that next month. But this is not bad, but I just think that all of it's not needed. Candy of the month, Sour Punch. And they include different colors for this ink. Everyone got different colors. And it looks like everyone got white. So this is acrylic ink, abstract acrylic ink by Sennelier. I think that company has good watercolors too, made in France. So this would be something I would like, this ink. My favorite color, teal. Do they even have color? Oh, this is phthalo green. Of course, this is just, it's titanium white. Azure blue. I like this blue, this baby blue, but I'm not really sure what I will get from mixing these two, but we'll see. And I do like that they give these brushes. These are Royal and Langnickel value pack. So these can be used for watercolor, acrylic, or tempera. 1, 3, and 5 round brushes. Probably will work really good with these. The inks will probably work really good with those. I like how they include like a sticker like most of the boxes do. I think the only one that doesn't include a sticker is Palettefull Palettes. They don't have a featured artist, but they do have this that they created. I just wish they had a featured artist. It's always I think more personal if they had a featured artist. This is Fabriano. It's not bad. I think that, but it's not a sketchbook or a bullet journal because the pages will come off. If you turn the page, that will come off. So, and then this is made in Italy. Fabriano is always good. I saw a lot of this company in Korea. 85 GSM, A5 paper, paper is really thin, and it has little dots too for notes or for, I don't know why they would include this kind of book with, you know, ink. I don't understand. It's like they just, it doesn't match with like the topic of the month. I guess, well, I guess it does. Let me take it back. If I'm doing calligraphy, the dots that they have here will be good for practice. But other than that, for someone that isn't into calligraphy, it doesn't really match. But I think that I'll have use for this. Okay, Spectrum Noir metallic. These I am super excited to have. Twin tip metallic markers. I have Walmart metallic markers, and those are horrible. So there are 6 colors here, and this is Stonehenge. I am always happy when boxes include paper of some kind. That's why I don't necessarily always like Sketchbox, because they don't include paper. It's like they only include markers mostly. But this is cold press black aqua, cold press black. The number is not on the top here on this title, but there's 3 inside. I almost think that they should have included 4, because 1 prompt for every week of April, but that's just a thought. So these metallic markers are archival and acid free. They are water based as well, but I'm going to be testing that out with some water. And this book here is also FSC certified chlorine free, acid free paper, and it's completely recyclable, and you can use it with pencils, ballpoint pens, fountain pens, and marker pens. This marker is a twin tip marker, so we have a bullet nib and a brush nib here, and they don't bleed through to the next page. It doesn't move around that much, but we're also using I'm also using this paper. Well, the colors look great on white paper, so if you wanted to use these on your regular just white paper, they would look wonderful. I'm really happy with these markers. I don't often use black paper, so you don't have to use black paper, even though they recommend you to use black paper with these. And they recommend these to be stored horizontally. These really love dog hair, because they're like this metallic, no, not metallic, there's this matte finish, and my dog hair is just gravitating to these. But anywho, mine is the dog hair. Store them horizontally like your alcohol based markers. And I think that this book is great, but I think I will just tear, maybe I should just tear a page. I'm just going to tear this off here, just to, because the water is, the markers didn't bleed through, and I don't think the inks will either, but in the water you can feel the water, it's getting this page here wet. So just to save that, I'm going to just do this. It's not a sketchbook anyways where you keep the pages inside. It's mostly for just keeping your notes, and kind of like a bullet journaling, but different. These are highly pigmented transparent inks. They produce vivid, light resistant, water resistant results. This is the first, I have inks from, I have Winsor and Newton inks like this, but that's the only inks I have. This is the first acrylic ink, or ink that comes with a little dropper like this. So you don't have to use the brushes, you can just drop it onto the paper like this, and then use your brush after you drop it. and then drop the next color. Just fun. I'm just doing this for fun. So we can create effects like that. And then of course they have white. And in white, this is titanium white, so I expect it to be a little bit opaque. Even though they say it's transparent, it's a little bit opaque. But 30 milliliters or 1 ounce. Okay, the colors look awesome. These will work great on black or white paper, and I'm happy with what I've got so far, even if I haven't done the final piece. I'm using my Elo sketchbook for this. I pasted, taped, washi taped the Fabriano paper here that I did the swatches on, and here is the sticker I put in my sketchbook. I like to put the stickers in my sketchbook. The prompts for the month is dreaming, dream, chirping, caterpillar, and shine. So I want to sketch it out first here before I go to the black paper. So for dreaming, I was thinking of sleep. Like we dream when we sleep, right? Literal meaning. I didn't use a Fabriano notebook they sent because it doesn't really serve a purpose for me. I think it looks fine for practicing your calligraphy, but not for sketching, because the pages are to be torn out after each use of every page. So I don't like that. I like to keep my work all in one sketchbook, which I'm doing here. And I like using the Elo sketchbook because of the paper weight and the square format. And I'm using a mechanical pencil. Yeah, something everybody has, right? But I did get this from a Scholar Box, which is also a good subscription service, but much cheaper, half the price of SmartArt. SmartArt is not cheap. $49.95 every month can add up, but I do believe it is a great service. I don't know yet if it's the best out there because there's so many options, but I think that they do a good service. They do have a good service, and I did enjoy making this project. And for May, I don't know what it will include, but I'm excited for the next month's box. After that, I haven't subscribed for more, but probably later I'll get more of these boxes. Let me know down below. Do you also do SmartArt Box? Is it a box that you enjoy the most? Is it your favorite? What subscription service do you use and prefer? I have tried many so far. Scholar Box, Sketchbox, Marker Universe, and this is the fourth service that I've tried. This is SmartArt. I am going to try Art Snacks, Palettefull Packs. So I don't know yet what I think is the best, but I just want to try everything before I decide on just one. And I don't just want one service for good. I want to try many things. Maybe 1 month I'll have Scholar Box, Sketchbox, and the next month I'll have SmartArt, Palettefull Packs, and etc. etc. I think it makes it more fun to try different things instead of just sticking to one service. But SmartArt is the most expensive. Second expensive service would be Art Snacks Plus. And then next to that would be Sketchbox. I think the least expensive would be Scrawler Box. They include less, but I think that I've always enjoyed every single box. I think for Smart Art that they had last month, they had a fabric box, fabric painting. I would have hated that box, but I do love this box. And as you see here, I'm sketching out all the prompts, all 4 in one. And I just love this piece, and I want to make a piece using not the items included in the box. I want to make a final piece with some different medium, but I did make a final piece using everything in the box. And this is like a nightmare, I guess. Like even the plush duck or plush bird, maybe that bird was, it's like if she holds this duck and she goes to sleep, then she has eyes watching her. The story in this piece is eerie. I finished my sketch. I have dream, chirping, caterpillar, and shine. So the girl is dreaming, and we have eyes looking in like a dream or her nightmare, and we have a little duck plushie that she's holding to sleep with for our chirping. And the shine, we have little shiny crystals and light shiny things near that too, to represent shiny. So I have all 4, and because I don't want to redraw this, I'm going to use the 8x10 100% cotton Stonehenge paper. This is just regular paper that I printed it to an 8x10 size. It makes everything bigger. I'm going to make this landscape. This is an 8.5 by 11 gray transfer paper from Hobby Lobby. So the transfer paper is pretty thin, but I can put it through the printer. This side, the image will get printed on, and I will trace my image onto my black paper. So I printed it on this side. You don't have to print it. You can always just take the printed page that you printed out and take this and trace over it. I think if you just, yeah, if you didn't print it, you can just take the paper you want the graphite to be on. Take the graphite paper like this and take your paper like this, tape it somehow, and then trace. You can do that way, but this is simpler and won't, I guess maybe I should have done it with tracing. I could have used it more than once, but that's okay. There's a lot more left. So this is 8.5 by 10, and it's going to be landscape. We're going to cut this down to 8 by 10. I think that will save me a lot of struggle. That's much better. Otherwise, I couldn't see it. So I'm just going to tape the corners. I don't know why they always send black paper with metallic stuff. Metallic markers look great on white paper. The 4 prompts that I did for these were dream, chirping, shine, and caterpillar. And for dream, we have this woman, dreaming, either sleeping or daydreaming. And then we have these wicked eyes, maybe not wicked, but they see into your soul, or they see while you close your eyes. When you close your eyes, their eyes are open. And I'm not surprised that I didn't do any calligraphy. I was going to, and then lo and behold, I just got excited and did a full illustration. I have no room for calligraphy, so no calligraphy. I'm not much into calligraphy anyways. And then chirping, oh well, there's not a lot I could do for chirping, but I have this weird looking duck, bird, that his mouth is open. In the sketch his mouth was closed, and I opened it a little bit here. He is her plush while she's sleeping, or her friend, I don't know, but he's there to represent chirping. And then we have caterpillar, which was kind of hard. So around these eyes I have some caterpillars crawling around. And on top of this half moon, what do you call that? Is that a full moon? No, I don't remember what kind of moon that is, but on top of that moon we have a caterpillar looking in on this girl that's daydreaming. And for shine, that was, I would say, the easiest, but might be the hardest for me to paint because I have these crystals. These crystals represent shine because crystals are shiny. And the moon is also shine. And these little things here that are shining, or the stars. This was a fun prompt. I would have never thought caterpillar and chirping would have turned out looking okay, but it did. The paper that I used the black sketchbook that you see, Canson XL, because I didn't want to use another black paper that was included because those are 100% cotton and I just didn't want to waste that for doing swatches. So this is a good compromise for me to see these on black paper. I did it on white paper earlier, but I think that I would not get a good idea without seeing them also on black paper. So it's better to be complete and thorough in your swatching practices. So I did this, and I'm glad I did it. It just gives me a better idea. I can look at my swatches while I'm doing my final piece. And the last three marker colors blend awesome with water when you use it first with like a marker. But the red garnet, pink quartz, and mist, they don't blend very well, almost not at all. When you put the marker down and right away use water, they just don't move. But the greens, the blues, they move very well and a lot, as you see in the swatches. And for the inks, you can see them very well on white paper, but you can't see them very well on black. So the key is to use the white first and then put the colors on top. And you can also mix the white with the other colors. The blue and the green can be mixed with white. And it gives you more of a pastel look, which is not what I always wanted. So I did white first. They're not like wash where the colors are going to come up. When they dry, they're dry. So when the white dried, it's almost like prepping your canvas and then going over it with the blue and green. But when I wanted a pastel color, then that option is there. And this paper was able to take a beating, a real beating, because that pink and red garnet was my skin tone, but it was also very hard to blend. Even using the ceramic palette method, I just like scribbled on the palette with the markers and then used my water and brush method, but they didn't blend very well. They're not very cooperative like tumble markers or Caran carrying Brush Pro markers. But the blue topaz, the green citrine, and the jade, oh, those worked wonderfully. Even if I use marker method, or the ceramic palette method, they blended. And the little duck, I made him look scary. Is he a duck or is he a bird? Comment below. What do you think the plushie is? The scary little plushie. I think he looks like a duck. I'm going to call him a duck. Like, I think he almost looks like the Pokemon duck. What's his name? That explodes when he gets stressed out. I'm really happy with this piece. It was really out of my comfort zone because I don't work on black paper very often. So I guess it was a good thing they included black paper. The purpose of challenge of subscription boxes is to challenge yourself. And I did. I probably will never use black paper again. I have 2 more. Well, I have my sketchbook too. I should challenge myself more on a daily basis, but I have other things to do as well. And this piece is on sale in my Etsy store. The link is going to be right here. You can see the link, and the link is also in the description where my Etsy store is and the listing for this. And the inks are 100% archival and acid free, or the paper is acid free, so the colors will last forever. And I'm prepping the canvas, basically that's what I'm doing, because I could have just done like a black and white effect, which I did with the caterpillar on top. I left him half white grayish, and the eyes were left kind of gray white too, because I wanted a black and white look, but I added a little bit of the blue phthalo and azure blue, just because giving it a tiny bit of color makes it have a little bit more contrast. Overall, I used the inks mostly for the background, and I used the inks very minimally on her shirt and her hair, around the edge of her hair, and her face. Her eyes are closed, and I did her eyelashes with the pink quartz as well as the ink, the white ink. Because this is metallic, I can't really tell if her eyes are open or closed. They could be both, because the story is a bit scary and a bit disturbing. So we can have a girl with her eyes open and closed. And in fact, her eyes are closed maybe in like a sleeping sense, but her eyes are really in fact open, because maybe it's because she is having a nightmare, maybe it's because she's holding that creepy duck. We don't know. I don't know. But I love the caterpillars. I think that's just my favorite element in this piece. My top favorite. What is your favorite element in this piece? The caterpillars, the creepy duck, the eyes, the figure. And I'm happy with her skin tone as well. But, you know, it's what it is, because I don't have a lot of colors to work with. I wanted the skin tone to be even pinker, but I can't use the markers directly because they don't blend. The pink doesn't anyways. And I think the lips should have left some more of the black paper exposed, and that's what I did for all the other areas. If I left the black paper exposed, it almost looks like line art. This lovely or scary dreamscape was a challenge to make, but it was so fun and exciting and was a great experience. And I hope that you enjoyed this video and enjoyed the making and process and all the new yummy goodies that were included in this Smart Art box. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see you next time in the next exciting video, Invokers. Goodbye, everyone.